So, guys, this is my review for Hajime no Ippo season 3, episode 1. With that, let's dive right into this review of this episode. So, what an episode, right? What a first half of the episode. Second half was fairly decent, but that first half, guys, all in the feels, right? We actually got a chance to see his dad, to see Pops, to see just his interaction. He had a really great relationship with his wife, with his son, um, and just to see his dad, and of course getting the backstory about his dad. Just really, just like on one end, it's happiness to see this, to see that small moment that we got a chance to see his dad, but then of course the tragedy of it all. Um, and it's just like, man, it's really just like, man, like to know that your daddy was a fisherman. He went out here to do his job and to go out the way that he did. Definitely commend his father for what he did. It just sucks that it just sucks that it happened the way that it did. But definitely, again, RIP, and definitely commending his dad for what he did to save you know his, his buddy, crewmate, all of that. Trying to make sure that no man was left behind in that that sea storm out there, right? But it hurts too to see, like I don't know, like maybe nobody told Ippo, maybe they didn't want to have his heart be crushed. So I know that it was hard on his mom, right? Um, but to have him out there waiting by the dock every single day, every single evening into the night, waiting for his dad to come home. It just really just sucked to watch occur on a throughout through the first half of this episode, man. But to still know that Ippo was keeping hope alive was real powerful. But again, his mom really just upset, really just wanting him to just let it go. It's just like he's not coming home. He's not keeping his promise, because Ippo kept saying he's gonna keep his promise. He's gonna come home, but to find out that more than likely one of the crewmates went out there looking for his body, at least only found the hat and brought it back. Um, just really just sucked. But at the same time, it's the hat that he's wearing, and yeah, it's just he's like he was saying, he's going to get strong. He's going to do it for his dad. He's going to do it for his mom. This is what he's going to do. And of course, they create his mother gets the license. They create the Machinoiko, excuse me, uh, the family business, in their father's name, and just really cool that they did that in that way. But then once that occurred, then we go right into Ippo's fourth title defense. Ultimately, the rest of the crew, Taka and the other crew, Alkoi, all of them, they're going into these. Taka's getting his first title defense. I mean, excuse me, Alkoi's getting his first title defense. Taka's the first. Excuse me, Alkoi is getting his first title shot, his first championship fight for his current weight class, and Taka's getting his first. He's doing his first title defense. But Ippo's the opener and defending the title against Shima, against Iowa here, from Okinawa on that side of Japan, and we see that he's a shorter fighter than Ippo. First time fighting a shorter fighter, and that's what I was saying. If you haven't watched my reaction here on the channel, check it out. But that's what I was saying. Like the height, the difference. It's gonna be definitely a challenge for Ippo, and sure enough, in this fight, we're seeing that occur because he can lower his body way lower than what Ippo's normally like how he's normally used to fighting, and we see in this fight that he's able to, just like I said, I was able to really lower his body even lower than what it is, to be able to come up with a high attack. But something interesting that Iowa says, he says, this is all a plan for me. This is what I wanted him to do in this fight, because it seemed like Ippo was having some control. Of course, Ippo got caught in the corner, but we definitely do see the fact that, he is, it seemed like Ippo had a little bit of control. He was getting some hits in, jabs in, and all that, some uppercuts and stuff like that. At the same time, looking like Shima was basically gonna fall to his knees one time to hit Ippo's first knockdown in the fight. But again, he says it while he's in the corner at the end of the first round, saying like, I got him where I want him. He said he was gonna take him to the deep. He was gonna shut down the Dempsey roll. He said he was gonna take him to the deep because they're both fishermen. So he said he was gonna take him to the deep of the Brenny, right? So interesting stuff as he punches Ippo towards the end of this as we get into the fifth round. He punches Ippo in the face really hard, knocks him back, and Ippo says he can't breathe. And then that's when, like I said, that's when I always says, I have you right where I want you, right here in the deep. This is where I want you. So I'm curious what deep this means, because he's saying he can't, Ippo can't breathe. What are the ramifications? Because he does hit Ippo in the side of his ribs. More like he does it a few times at that too. So that must be, those punches to his wrist, specifically that left hand, must be have such a major effect on Ippo's ribs, on his breathing. So I'm really curious on how this is going to affect the fight moving forward. So now I believe we're going to be walking into, we're still in the fifth round, but we're getting ready, probably more likely walk into the sixth round, where now the fight is going to be even more interesting, more challenging for Ippo moving forward. I believe he's going to win this fight. I believe, too, that the fight is going to go 3 episodes. So this is the first episode. I'm getting ready to go watch episode 2. I don't really believe that Ippo's going to win in the second episode, but I believe he's going to win the fight itself. But just really interested to see how things are going to transpire moving forward. But that's my review, guys, for episode 1. Leave some comments in the comment section below. What did y'all think of episode 1 when you first sat down and watched it for the first time of season 3? Let's talk about some things, guys, in the comments if you feel up to it. And definitely head over to episode 2, my reaction. Let's watch that together, and then be on the lookout for my review of episode 2 to come a few hours after that goes up on the channel. But other than that, I'll hopefully talk to y'all with more Hajime no Ippo videos. Peace, guys.